What's up YouTube? This is Akimo from Liverpool TCG. I'm not actually in the video, but I'm coming at you guys with, no, I'm not coming at you guys. Here, he was on the channel once before, Mr. One Trick Pony, that's what he called himself. What do you want to call himself now?
The Revenger player.
The Revenger player from Springfest, top 8 with Revenger Premium. So go ahead and take us through it.
Hello everyone, today I'm gonna show you my deck profile with my Revenger deck, which is done pretty good on the Springfest Sydney, Australia Premier competitions, and went to X1 for the whole 7 match. The match was pretty good in my opinion, and the result against Mega Colony actually very well. So I went to play against 4 Mega Colony, 2 Nightmare Door, and 1 Dimensional Place. The only match I lost to is the Nightmare Door, and the opponent was asking crit to win, and unfortunately, triple drive, no critical. But still, end of the day, I'm really happy with the result, and today I'm showing my deck profile of my Shadow Paladin Revenger deck. Start off, I play my main boy, 4 Revengers rating form. This is your key cards, which is must have. I mean, without this guy, why you still call yourself a Revenger in your deck? 4 copy, must have. And next, most important card, the key card against Mega Colony, Raging Fall. This card, against any of the control decks, especially against Link Joker, Kagero, or even, what's that, Mega Colony, you just play your Vanguard games. Really, really strong. If the opponent just lock you, just go for this. Just play Vanguard. 2 attack with force 2, you always gain the 2 crit pressure. Since you triple drive with Chain Rankers on strike, you don't actually neg anything because you restand ditch 3, attack another 3. It's really, really good against control deck. And also the combo pieces for your Revenger Raging Form, which I will explain later. And next, that's all your grade 3 you're gonna have. Next, you're gonna have 4 mana. Man, I will tell you, this card, best card. Even for early grade 2 game or first grade 3, you just unplace and then call 1 card from your deck, you filter, and you just like, it's just so free. No GB required, no cost, no soul blast. Very, very good card, must for have. And also, you can also use the Revenger Raging Form to do the counter pull pieces and extend actual attack to for your other Raging Form cost. Following that, we have Revenger, Dark Blessed Angel. So the key, some players will ask, like, because if the opponent doesn't give you 4 damage against Raging Form, and how do you gonna extend extra attack? So here's how I will go. Even like you get locked by 2 or 3 damage, if you have this in your hand, you just call and sack with a Raging Form, and you still can do your usual play in your V, like sack 3 to rewrite, and since you retire with your Vanguard ability, you use this one, Cannonbus 1, such a great one from a deck. There you go, another combo piece is done. Another 1 extra attack. If you have 2, even better, just keep going. And actually, if you hit over trigger with this deck, and you have this with extra attack, you're just gonna hit more and more, and plus you so much. So, and finally, the last grade 2, which is the new cards from the what's that called? With the Raging Fall, the grade 2 Overcoming Revenger Rikia. This card is just a really, really good plusing card if you write it from a deck, and also really, really good grade 2 games. So, for example, if you're going first and you write into Rikia as your first write, and next time you want to play grade 2 game, just keep writing. Because this skill doesn't actually just lock from you grade 3, right? Any Revenger right on, you just look top 3, it at 1 grade equal to your opponent or less to your hand, it's just like 3+, and it's just good. And a very good beater on the regular, because this if you have a grade 1 in the back row, this is just a 15k beater, both turn. Sometimes the opponent just really hard to get rid of this. It's just a very nice attacker. So yes, this is my grade 2 lineup. And next we just go to grade 1. Grade 1, MVP of the deck, must have, always draw, unhit pressure, Dark Armor Revenger, Reno. It just unhit draw 1, look top 3, add all the Revenger to your hand. It's like just good. I don't know what else I can explain this, but yep, 4 copy, must have. Next one we have Self-Control Revenger, Rikia. Same as the grade 2. If you ride it, free plussing, very, very good. And also, when you Soul Blast 2, you can call a grade 2 as well. Usually, sometimes you miswrite, let's say, Dark Blast Angel on the grade 2. You can always just Soul Blast 2, call this one out, and this is just a free sacker for your Revenger Raging Form and free extra attacker. Really, really good cards. And then, yeah, that's a great one. Very nice. And next, we have like a big argument about this deck. Cards like is this great one. Detecting Revenger 8th, I think that's how you say this name. This card, early game, you see your hand, just tap it, no cost, no nothing. You look top 5 at any, just a Revenger Raging Form from your top 5, and you just free plussing. Even you miss, it's still plus 2k. People arguing with me sometimes like, why don't you play the grade 1, which is a counter blast 1? Such a deck with a Revenger if you have a grade 3. I always tell them this deck, honestly, really CB heavy. You don't want to waste your counter blast to anything rather than Raging Form Dragon or Raging Fall or Dark Blast Angel. Because this deck, trust me, no counter blast, no counter charge except one card, which I will show you later. So that's why, for me, I know this is a really gacha, but like if you, see this, you saw top 5 and you add Raging Form, it's a pure plus and just really, really good cards. After this, I have my special attack, Additional Angel. This card, play around when your opponent know what your decks do, especially they say they only give you 3 damage and won't give you 4 damage, and you can just use this Soul Blast 1, ping yourself 1 damage, now you have 4 damage. If you have 4 damage, you do whatever you want with your Raging Form, because you just counter blast 1, call mana, and then just go nuts from there. It's just really, really good card. The reason why I play 2, because I still same thing. I don't want to hit on grade 3, hit with grade 1 and then look top 3 and like add nothing. And then because this is not Revenger, sometimes I need to lock with my Raging Fall, and then it just is a break card, and there's a 5k shell as well. Later on I will explain the Soul is kind of actually not that plenty to use. So this card is really, really just attack card, and you don't want to keep spamming it. And another downfall thing is like if you have any grade 3 in your damage, you have to get the grade 3. So that's the one thing you have to look after. And that's basically normal unit. Now we go for the triggers. Triggers, we have 3 strike crit, 4 Revenger crit, 2 draw PG, 2 blood owl, and that's for the critical and the sentinel part. The reason why I'm only running 3 because SSA, Revengers, really, really important. You want to keep seeing all your Revenger. You don't want to whiff. This is why I will show you my special spicy card later. And then you want to, since you drive check so many, so you want to see as much crit as you want. But draw is just that, just like it's draw trigger. It's just good. Sometimes early game you hit 1, you pass 3 plus 1, and sometimes you need to hit the big numbers. Sometimes you want this draw, but you can play with the new replace this to the new Crystal with the new G Guardian, which I will show you later. And next, 3 grade 3 Astral Chain Dragon, grade 3 Heal Guardian, people, and 1 Revenger Ally. The reason why I play this, not just counter charge and soul charge 1, it's really good. This is the only counter charge in this deck, and then also it's a Revenger. So if you are desperate to need a Heal Guardian for your next turn to live, you can always, if you hit with this and you see this, you can always feel free to grab it, and you can use it for your next Giga turn, and it's like really, really nice. And also we play the over triggers. It's just good overtrick in general. And since you do a lot of multi-attacks with your deck, so if you hit this as a first grade 3 chain ranker attack with triple drive, all your regular just keep drive check and you will plus so many hands. And here's what style this. Alright, so that's our main deck. Next we go to our G-Zones. G-Zone, alright. G-Zone main strike, chain ranker. Always go for a chain ranker. Because you want to use your raging form ability a lot more, and then because once you flip GB3, the guard trick is really nice as well. And on top of that, since you copy Vanguard skill in some situation, let's say you're versing like a control deck, you just want to do the restand Vanguard, just 6 drive check, guard with 3, pressure, always pressure. You won't give as much pressure as this deck as one. That's how the main deck. Backup plan, Professor. Professor just there, say your hands is really bad, it's all triggers, and then it's just like, you don't know what to do, and it's just there for backup. I haven't actually used any times on the, what's it called, the springfest situational, but maybe you can just pump to 4 copy of this and just a 2 copy of this. And next we have Diablo. This boy mainly here for the what's it called again? The geese. Yeah, for geese. Sometimes opponent play geese. Like I know it's really hard to sing those days now, but if they have it, they play geese and you just since you sing force 2, so you hit this, they cannot call from a hand. Since they already go on the geese turn, they cannot G-guard, so it just hit with 3 crit, triple drive, they can't do anything. Really powerful, really good cards. And that's pretty much your main G-Zone unit. And I put 2 Cyclone just for flip folder. I mean, there's nothing really much good flip folder out there, but that's it. And now we move to G-Guardian. I have the 2, the Dark Dragon. That's where I say Soul is really important in this deck. This one is Soul. Since you sack a lot, it ditch quite a lot of grade 1 in the bin. This card actually pretty good as a big shield. Most of the time, because I feel the deck a lot, multi-attack and sack them, my bings always have 8 or 6 or grade 1. That means this card just 6 grade 1, that means 15k, 30k shield, 8, 35k shield. 35k shield, really nice. And then next I have this, and this is just there, no reason. Just I don't know what else I can put in. People say why don't you put the move 2 grade 1s there? As I say, you keep sacking your rigger, you don't really have much on the field. So that card, you can't have 1 just if you play the Raging 4 deck. It's a personal opinion basically. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And now I will show you the combo. With the new spring, new collections, with the new card, which is really good, very awesome for the Revenger, especially for the new strike. Sometimes opponent doesn't really, let's say they play the grade 2 game, and then they didn't actually commit too much on the field, and you don't want to lose too many hands, and your CB is not that good, and you don't see any angels. This card's the best. The reason why is you can just you can still actually sack with angel. So this will be the combo basically. So you using the grade 1 to rest it and then to look top card and then down all your things, and you can just sack them free because not boost, they can't do anything. And now if your opponent had 2 or less, all right, you made a requirement. You were gonna restand after the attacks, and after that. So if you have angels, and then let's say you call down mana, and make another column or whatever, and do just call anything, or even just this should be fine. Like this. All right, you can attack angel first with this 2. Let's say you with power, and you just plus there. The 13k be there. 13k is good enough. Just need to be hit, and then just say call any cards. Just call this. And then boost attacks, and then you do the normal triple drive check. And at the end of the battle is CB1 sack this 2, you restand, and you can counterblast 1 more, and because the angel effect, you can call 1 more card, any grade 1. In this scenario, I will just dump any grade 1s, doesn't matter. Usually, you try to want to give the unheat pressure on there as well, because you triple drive as well. The first triple drive, you gain any power, you can call on the rigger, so you don't actually waste any triggers line up. And then next, you attack again. So you retire to restand plus 10k. So this one will be 28, 38. 38 with the force 2 crit. So you triple drive. If he hit any over triggers, see, you can do multi attack again. This card, very awesome, very good. But that's for the new premium strike, and I will now explain the usual play. So as for the gameplay, you always want to go strike first. For my game, all my opponents playing say what's that called again? Mega Colony. They try to want to stop me. It's sure, you go +3 with your Ruination, no matters. As long as I can go my full combo, I just need 1 explosive turn, which with my Raging Form, and then with that, I can just push them to 4 damage or 3, even 3 damage is fine. Because later on you will strike, because you already start with strike. Later on you strike with a Raging what's this called again? Raging Fall with Chain Rancor. They have the guard with 3. Since you focus on Vanguard attack, you don't really care on rigger. So 2 Vanguard attack against a deck, say Mega Colony, they have to let them PG. Remember one thing, their G guard is not good against Vanguard focusing attack. So if you focus on Vanguard attack twice and they have to drop PG, that means that's 4 card, because with your Chain Rancor ability, GB3, they have the guard with 3 with if you have 3 or less, grade 1 on the field. So they're wasting more hands. So that's 8 hands in total if they want the PG. Because here with 2, they are on 3, they're gonna risk for the crit pressure. So that's why I say Chain Rank is always the card you want to go, not Mufasa. Mufasa, they can still play around. It's only got with 2. I mean, you already hit the big numbers. They got 2 regardless anyways. It's not necessary. And so I will now show you kind of a combo how this deck works. So you go to grade 3, and then let's say you only have 3 counterblast, and then you have Monoseer, Call. I just make some fields, and here's the combo, and we're using the Force 2 here. Yep, Force 2, and then you strike into your best boy, Chain Rancor, and you flip. As I say, you can flip anything. In this scenario, just flip the Create Elemental, flip them, and you copy the Raging Form skill, and you just attack with Rega, attack with this, and then do your usual thing, and let's just normal shuffle. Let's do a quick one. Oh wait, I just need to make sure I have the pieces, this and this, and then you just attack, and then Vanguard attack, and do whatever they want. They're most likely just gonna PG or guard it. Doesn't matter. You do triple drive, 1, 2, 3. That's okay. After that, sack 3. Just sack it. Sack this 3. That's fine. Sack 3. Right. Raging Form. That's a 1 attack, 2 attack. Right. And the Angel skill, Counterblast 2. You basically search for the cards you needed. Call 1 and call 2. That's fine. Shuffle down, and then force 2 markers. And if you hit any triggers, you always give here. If not non-triggered, doesn't matter, just go wherever you want. And this, and usually you want to hit this attacks, and then Vanguard attacks, and then train drive, draw power, draw, hit the second one, draw power, draw. Oh wow. And then after this, sack 3 more. Go for one more raging. Usually, if you have more counterblast, you have 4, you can keep going because you can call mana, new column, right Raging Form, and do crazy move again. But usually, you want to, at the end, you always want to write into reverse because for the setup. and then usually next turn you want to just go to chain ranker, do Vanguard attack twice again, because you already done your Raging Form turn. You don't have any way to cycle your Raging Form. You can't keep going Raging Form all the gameplay. So here's our end game play. At this turn, if your opponent doesn't really lucky, hit like 3 triggers or over trigger something, usually they have the guard those cards. And then you right into this, and another Vanguard attacks, Twin Drive, and then at the end finish with this. And now from now, you just need to survive somehow. As I say, with the new G Guardian, which is really good, now we actually have quite a lot of great ones in the bin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 great ones already in the bin. And we can do just like, as I said before, for the Soul Blast one, for the big shield, or with the new G Guard, we get in the spring, in the Prim collection, you can just pull 5 back, CB1, it's just free now. It's just really, really good. After that, once you somehow survive, let's say I'm down to 5. I'm 5 damage, my turn's down. And then somehow they kill it, just kill it. And my turn, and then I draw for turn, and now we go strike into the against Mega Colony. That's why you make sure you have the prepare 1 reverse in hand, just in case they stun you, and you just right it and get a force 2, and then you just do your strike things, go into strike, and then play now the chain ranker games. Chain ranker, and now just have to basically you just have to dump your hands, call this, and call this. Chain rank has the ability which is grade 1. If you have grade 3, grade 1 or less, the opponent have to call cards from hand with 3 or more. So in this scenario, so sometimes you just want to call grade 1 out, and then just use the ability, just call like this, just call. And depending on how many CB you have, sometimes you might actually want to lock using Raging reverse skill to minimize your CB use. Depends on how many CB you used on the last time with your Raging Form. And just sync that for, so make sure always leave grade 1, so you lock on the grade 2s. Don't worry about the power. Even if the power is really, really small, as long as they hit, they have the guard with 3. It's an annoying number, so you just always attack with Vanguard. It's lock 2, 28, which is 38, and you do triple drive. Then they have the thing about it. That's how I win most of my game in the Springfest, because they always have 8 cards in hand, because I push them really, really early, and they have low hand. They cannot draw too much because they have to call cards to make a combo pieces. And because I have chain rankers down and they are on 3 or 4, they are scared of crit, and they just like, or they sometimes like PG the first one 4. I was like, okay, sure. And I triple drive, blank, which is okay, because they sometimes overguarded on somehow, and I restand. After that, CB1, ditch 3, restand. Pressure. This gave them more pressure. They will check it on the triggers, like no triggers, like they will most likely hard guard again, and they just like, and now they might don't have enough hands to guard with this too. Because they have guard with 3. Sure, they might have a G Guardian, whatever. That's something we cannot control. But you just do your own play, and it's triple drive, crit power on 1. So they all hitting with 3, 2, most likely gonna die. So just to make sure, one thing with this deck is like, as I mentioned before, CB is really important. And you try to not overextend too much as you can. If they hit over triggers and you know over triggers, if they hit too much trigger on the first Raging Form turn, you can always try to stop it and just wait for your next turn, next gameplay. Especially against Mega Colony is fine, especially against like Nightmare Doll or Grand Blue, and you want to make sure give them like 3 damage, and you just hope the best you can trigger damage check. Nightmare Door will, so far, I would say still this is a tempo deck, really good against control. But if you play against any of like Grand Blue, Nightmare Door, or Echo Force, you might still have struggle a lot, because you don't really have too much good G guards like destructive ball, like say let's say like Narukami or Link Joker. You can just lock them So try to see what's your opponent gonna do, and make sure control CB. That's why I play Force 2. Always give them pressure. If they're willing to take, I can just crit them. I might have lucky crit, just crit them from 3 to 6 with Force 2. So yeah, that's pretty much all my decks, and I hope everyone's enjoyed it, and thank you very much.